Welcome to Lock Journey Conversations.
The conversation is just to educate you and talk about locks in general.
All types of locks, all types of hair types, all types of densities.
Angie wants you to know that we are master locksmiths.
Yes, I like that.
We want you to be able to embrace your journey. You're going to be comfortable in your own skin.
The comfort, the love of locks. We're going to give you everything you need to know on locks. You can't get better than that. Oh, look at that.
Okay. All right. We're ready. Hi, I'm Angela.
Hi, I'm Shayla.
And I'm Lee.
Well, today's topic is service pricing and why it costs what it costs. And we're going to let Lee open that up.
So when it comes to the service pricing, time matters, the skill and experience matters. And if you want some type of customization, then that comes into play. And just the regular business expenses, the costs to do the service. And Angie's going to elaborate on those. I guess we can start with the why the time matters.
Why the time matters?
Mm-hmm.
The time for retightenings.
Mm-hmm.
So every loctician is different. And I know that in the past 4, almost 5 years in business, my prices have changed according to what is going on in the world, what services I'm able to provide, whether I am efficient enough to charge what I'm charging, the knowledge, the certifications, and all those things go into play of my prices. And I will tell you right now, I still know that I am not charging what I should be charging.
Absolutely.
Because of all those things. I'll get there. But those kind of things all go into play in the pricing. So sometimes you go to someone, and you guys know, you go to someone whom you know just started out doing hair, and they're charging these astronomical prices, and you're wondering if what they offer is worth what you're paying, right? And sometimes that is a bit challenging, and right, and then so you know not to go to that person, or if you feel that they're worth it, you go to that person. But the pricing, I've heard all kinds of things. You hear it in consultations, you hear it from your clients once they come about this person charged this, why do they charge this, and you charge this. You have to find the value in your loctician.
Absolutely.
And what they offer. If your loctician is someone who is there when you arrive, get the job done correctly, get you out into whatever you have to do. If you find value in that, why not pay for that, right?
Yes.
But if your loctician is someone who drags and it takes 5, 6, 7, 8 hours to do a retightening, they charge you a large amount of money, and then maybe they still don't finish, then you might need to look for another loctician unless you find value in having 8 hours to take a retightening, correct? Right? So I think that sometimes it gets confused, or how can I say, not confused. Maybe small businesses are not respected as much as a big conglomerate. Small businesses, people think small businesses, you have money, you have all this, leadway, and you can just charge what you want to charge and nobody's going to say anything. And that is not true. Sometimes we don't charge what we should charge. And I said that earlier, but prices change. The economy has changed. Fees go up on us that you're not aware of. All the services that we use, whether you're swiping a credit card, booking an appointment, those are all services that we pay for, that they are businesses as well, and they go up on their prices. And when they go up on their pricing, sometimes we just say, you know what, we'll eat it. And we won't raise our prices for that year or whatever that time is. And then the next year we're like, okay, this is starting to be a bit much. And now that company has now raised their price again. And now we have to raise our prices. So are there people out there who are not honest and just throwing prices out there and just hoping you pay? Yes, there's somebody in every business like that. But if you talk to your loctician, you build a rapport, you build this relationship, you'll understand why the pricing is the way it is. Do you guys agree?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, for myself, my prices are, I think I'm undercharging at times too, right? Depending on what I'm doing. But I'm also considering my client as well. But sometimes it's really, like she said, you got to charge for the skill set. I know what my skill set and the value of being a good loctician is. So I'm in full understanding that I have to charge appropriately. You know, I give you your time back. I make sure I keep a certain amount of time too, so I get other clients in and out. So my services are priced accordingly, right? If I have to charge a little bit differently according to whatever's going on in your head, just understand there's a reason for that, right? So there shouldn't be any questions. I make sure that I'm educating you so much so that you're comfortable
Right.
with what I'm charging you too. But just be patient. You gotta be patient. You gotta understand if you have a really good and professional optician, appreciate what she's doing for you, that service that's being provided. But yeah, I mean, I try to make sure I'm charging appropriately and not robbing you, you know, but giving you the service that you need in a timely manner. Like she said, she mentioned that 7 to 8 hours. There shouldn't be a time frame that you're sitting there getting your hair retied for 7 and 8 hours unless you're just
retightening?
overdue.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If you're
Yes.
overdue, that's different.
And it doesn't even take 8 hours if you're overdue.
No, because even some of the overdue clients that I have every now and then, I'm still getting them out in a really good window. Sometimes the same window of time that they booked for, but will they still need to pay me for
Yes.
the overdue work? Yes, because I'm working even harder.
I'm so glad you brought that up
Yeah.
because, yes, that to her point. So we charge, first of all, we do not like overdue retightings. We're going to tell you that right now. We don't. The reason we don't, because it's hard work. It takes
Hard
extra
work.
time. Your hair is longer. It's more work on our hands, our feet, our
feet.
back.
Labor.
We don't want to do them. I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you that right now. However, we see that it happens. So, because it happens and overdue retightings happen, we have to charge accordingly. Now, for me, and these young ladies will probably tell you the same thing. If you are in my chair and you have an overdue retightening, yes, it is per hour that I charge for that. I may still get done within that same amount of time that I do when you have a regular retightening, because guess what I'm back here doing? You don't see it, but Go Gadget is going on behind your head.
You're
So
over.
I'm back here working, trying to get it done so that you don't have to sit in the chair all day.
Yeah.
I still have other clients as well, and I'm back here working extra fast to try to get it done. And so I may still finish in the same amount of time, but we don't want you overdue, so we want to make sure that you don't. So we charge for that.
Yeah.
Okay. And so sometime at some point in the future, that's going to be an astronomical number, just so you know,
Just to
because
keep
we
from
do
booking.
not want you to
Yeah.
go past 8 weeks. We don't,
Right.
because it's just too much hair. Not only that, your hair starts to grow together. When it starts to become overdue,
Yes.
your new growth starts to
Yes.
stick with your other new growth.
It together.
matters.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
together.
you overdue ladies and men, you know this. We have to pull them apart.
And you're
Usually,
tender-headed.
sometimes we have to cut them apart because
Yeah.
they start to grow together. And if
Yeah.
you have that really soft texture hair, it is definitely growing together and almost becoming one lock, right?
Especially the
So
coarse
we don't
hair.
want you to go overdue.
Yeah.
We really don't.
Yeah, just appreciate the time I put in on your heads.
Yes, and if you don't if you don't find the value in your loctician, go somewhere else and find out. I'm not telling you to just go. I'm telling you to go shop around. That's what we do, right? You go
Yeah,
places,
shop around
you don't
anyway.
like what the service they offer, you don't like the food that they have, you go try another restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Go shop around, see if you like someone else, and then you could try to come back to us. Because we may be booked, right? Because
Correct.
other people found the value in us. And so our schedules stay booked. And now when you try to come back, it may be hard for you to come back into our schedule, but
Well-
I'm just telling you, you have options.
To that point of shopping around, you need to be mindful though, because you might shop around and say, "Oh, this rate is perfect. This is what I want to pay," but you're gonna get what you pay for.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
like you said, using
Or
those
you're gonna get
examples,
those
you're gonna get a
lots messed
gelato if you pay $2,000 for a car. That you got a lot of maintenance work to do with that car to keep it up and running,
That's
right?
right.
So you get what you're paid for. Just make sure that you're investing properly. In your hair, because it's a lifestyle.
Yes.
It goes back to that. So you have to be mindful. I would say, me personally, I think Lee probably agrees to that. We, like you said, we all hate the overdue reties, but we'll do them. But please don't compare me to another loctician telling me, well, she didn't charge me this much and it took her maybe 4 hours and I still paid less, even though I'm like, but I'm still giving you your time back though.
Right.
Yes.
Isn't it more valuable to have your time back versus what you're paying?
Right. And
Because
go-
you're paying me because
go
I'm giving you
back to
your
her.
time back. Yeah. And honestly,
Just
I
saying.
will recommend you going back too. I don't want to waste your time, just like I don't want you wasting
That's
mine. But speaking for my clients, they try their hardest not to go overdue. If they do, it's because they've gone out of town or their work schedule has adjusted, so they've had to modify that schedule.
Yes.
I'm very understanding of
Yes,
that.
yes.
I might not charge them overdue, but it's going to definitely be a little bit of a different rate, right? But I'm not going to beat them up with the hourly because they've been coming to me for years, but they know their rate will be a little different. Right. So it's an understanding, and it's case by case. I need to see how much overdue you are.
Right.
But just be mindful.
Because we don't want you to go there.
Absolutely. So prices are set for a reason. Look at all the services, look at all the descriptions. I know a lot of y'all don't like to read, but you really should. That way there's no sticker shock. We have those prices set for reasons.
Are there any other service prices you'd like to discuss aside from the retie?
Add-ons.
Yes.
Yeah. Everything is not going to be included in a retie. It's just not. So don't expect...
Styles are not included.
Yeah, no. Because it's additional time. It's additional time. It may take me 30 minutes to an hour to do a whole style, depending on what you're wanting. So that's additional time. Yeah. So it's additional fee. I know some locticians add washes, right, to their services for that one retie price. But again, you might be going to a loctician that, and this is just a maybe, you might be going to a loctician that's spending 4 hours on your hair.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, and when my window is 2 hours, that's probably not going to work for me.
Right.
Because the retie is taking me that hour and 45 to 2 hours to knock you out. So you do have to book that separate appointment.
I know when I used to shampoo, I used to add an extra half hour for shampoo, and then it went down to 15 minutes because you didn't really need all that time. So I would make sure that I had 2 hours and 15 minutes or 2 hours and 30 minutes when I did a shampoo.
Correct.
The other service, when you talked about add-ons, Lee, hair jewelry. So I don't know if you can see any in my hair now, but I have some in there, but that takes a little bit extra time. So I used to add hair jewelry on. And so if I finished your hair in less than 2 hours, that's fine. Adding a hair jewelry only took me less than 10 minutes. But if it's a service that you decide you're going to add on at the last minute when I finish, it's extra. It's extra to add that jewelry on. Does it take time? Yes. Did I buy the jewelry? Yes. You know what I'm saying? So all of that is an extra service. So that's an extra amount. So those are things that we have to consider as well.
Absolutely. I had a client not too long ago, actually, and she's a regular client. She comes in all the time. She's frequent, sticks with her appointments, and she wanted to get that color. I'm like, I don't do color. I specialize in what I specialize in, right? They all know that. But I'll refer you over for someone with that color, but understand that's a whole nother cost too. Understand anything additional is a cost.
Cutting locks.
Trimming, locks. All of that. It's all a cost. But I know that a lot of clients expect certain things to be included, but you're paying for just what you're paying for. Yeah. That retie, that retwist, whatever it is, that's really what you're paying for. And then if you have a good loctician like us, sometimes certain things we see, we're going to fix. We're not going to want you to leave and your lock drop out later. We're going to fix certain things. But yeah, if it's just additional time involved and it's going to take me beyond that window that you've scheduled for, no.
And if you are one of our clients, the three of us, you cannot tell me that your hair has not grown, it is not healthy, it is not taken care of. We are always asking, or we're telling you something about your hair, like, hey, you need to watch this lock. What are you shampooing your hair with? Did you use oil? You got a lot of lint in your hair. We're always telling you something about your hair. We are not letting you sit down. We retighten your hair and you leave. And we never talk about what's going on in your head. If we see something, we definitely say something so that you can make sure that you take care of your hair. And we want to make sure that you have the healthiest hair and scalp that you can.
And we always know.
Yes, we do.
And let's talk about service pricing as it changes.
Well, like she said earlier, the economy.
Yes.
Just
why it changes.
Because gas prices are up. Yes, fees for the things that we use. Not even that, just our licensing fees. All of those things keep going, and we have to do those. So as long as when those are changing, we're changing. Now, what we do normally sometimes, and we don't have to do this, we'll wait till the beginning of the year to throw that fee in there or to raise the price. We'll say, hey, we'll start in like October, November, saying, hey, in January our prices are going up, right? But we do that as a courtesy, because we don't want to just throw it out there like, bam, we're changing our prices right now. Now, can we do that? We absolutely can. It's our business. We can do that because right now the prices are going up. Not January of next year. They're up right now. So what we do is we kind of suffer a little bit for a few months and then we throw it out there, right? But I want you guys to understand and everyone to understand that we don't have to wait that long to do that, because that's not what other businesses do. You know what they do with that shirt when the economy changed? They add an extra $1 or $2 onto that shirt. You never know it. Now the shirt is $15.99 instead of $12.99. You know what I'm saying? And they just do it and they don't say anything. They don't wait till next year to do that.
But as clients, y'all don't complain about all of the outside stuff that's increasing. You complain
just-
about our increases.
Your
Yes,
lock
but
services,
your
yes.
lock.
Yes.
But one thing you're also forgetting, just like you're paying rent or your mortgage, we're paying for you to have a professional place to come and sit in. That's a clean environment to make sure you have snacks, drinks. We're doing a lot of things to make sure that you're comfortable when you come in to get your hair done. You
Yes,
understand? So
yes.
with that being said, we're paying for all those increases,
Yes.
and you're not considering it. We just need you
we
to
don't
consider
tell
that.
them that, which we
Yeah.
don't have to, right? So
Right.
when we raise the price, we don't want to say, "Girl,
Nope.
the rent went up here. All the stuff that I got to bring
That-
down here went up. My
Nope.
tools went up.
Nope.
The
Don't
dog grooming went up." You know, like we don't tell y'all all
don't
of that
mention it.
stuff, but we just say, "Hey, the prices are increasing next year."
But we also don't feel like we have to tell them that stuff.
No, and
because y'all experience this on a daily like we do.
Well,
You-
the
you-
economy doesn't tell you why it went up.
No.
Yes, we do know when gas go up because then the oil. You know, I'm
Yeah.
saying we know why those particular things go up most of the time, right? But
It's
we don't
just not a
always know.
It's not a real conversation because professionally we shouldn't have that conversation.
Every single thing
Right.
that we have that is going up that
Right.
we need to increase.
We just want you to be considerate of the fact that we're experiencing the same inflation that you guys experience. And since we own our own businesses, just keep that in mind that we're trying to give you the best service possible
Yes.
with sometimes an increase.
Yes.
That's
And y'all keep coming to us and we appreciate your business because without you there's no us. We need y'all. And so we are so grateful and we're so appreciative of each and every one of y'all.
Absolutely.
But y'all will drop us like a bad habit quick.
when you're
And-
upset.
Yes, and y'all will just leave, and we thought we built this rapport,
Yeah.
and y'all are gone, and we never hear from you again, and we don't do that to y'all.
Well,
you know,
I
but-
can't even say it's that we never hear from you. I have had quite a few clients return because they made a bad choice.
And I agree
Yes.
with that.
Yeah,
But some
so
of them we
think it
never
through.
hear from again. Yes, some of them do come back, and we're thankful for y'all, and we're glad y'all come
Yeah.
back because we miss y'all and we love y'all too. But there's some that just leave and just we never hear anything, and you're just gone, and we're just like, okay, but we don't do that. We don't do that to y'all.
So let's flip this. Let's flip this. So we're talking to the clients currently, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk to the locticians. I personally, as a loctician, I don't want you all to stress about the clients you lose. Right? Because this is a growing service that a lot of people want, whether it's traditional interlock, microlock, sister lock.
Yes.
It's a growing community. So you're going to receive clients on a regular basis.
Yes.
Put yourselves out there. Your clients who love you already, they'll advertise for you too. They're your walking billboards. So don't stress over the clients that just leave you because they're not patient.
Right.
You understand? Don't leave because they're impatient about your price increase or that you may take a little time doing their hair because back to the client, a lot of your locticians that are new will take longer than some of us
Yes.
that's been doing it a
Yes.
while. It may
Yes.
take them 4 or 5 hours, but it's only because they're new.
Yeah.
So understand that even then you're getting a price break because they're new.
Not only
But-
because they're new, though. Some of them just don't want to. They're comfortable with the time that it takes for them to do
That's
locks.
true too.
Yes.
That's true too. But yeah, I mean, real talk. Just for us as locticians, I don't want any loctician to stress over losing anyone.
No,
behind
no,
pricing, don't
you
do
shouldn't.
that.
No.
Somebody, God's going to replenish.
Yes, he is, and somebody
Gonna
will
give you some more.
somebody will find you worthy.
Yeah.
So the clients
Yeah.
that stick
So it's
with you,
okay.
there are some clients that I have that I know that if I went across town, they would be there,
Right.
and I appreciate them. And there's some that'd be like, you 5 minutes too far, I'm not coming.
Hey.
And those are
Yes.
the ones who don't,
Yeah.
and that's fine. But guess what? God's gonna send me another client to
Yeah.
say,
Absolutely.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Here I am. I'm there. So it just works out. It just works
It
out. So I'm
does.
glad you brought that up, Shayla,
Absolutely.
because that's a good point to talk to the locticians about. Because some people do stress over clients.
They stress
right?
and don't stress. And there's a lot of the newer locticians that do a lot of the stressing, but understand with pricing, make that known to them during your consultation. Let them know what to expect because if you give them the expectation, then you're not going to lose much, right? And if you do lose the ones you lose, understand it's energy.
Right.
It's an energy thing. That's not the client you want anyway. You don't want anyone that's going to leave bad energy in your shop. You got other clients coming in and following them,
Right,
right?
right.
So just make sure you set the expectation and you're good to go.
And I
You're
have
good to
this
go.
thing, stand on it. So if you make a price, that's your price. Don't come down because you feel like this person person can't afford it,
Yeah.
or you feel bad, or it only took you this long. Your price is your price, and I learned that when I was a new loctician, I would adjust, and I would adjust according to whatever. But you have got to stand on who you are. So your price is your price, and that's how it is.
And that's even if you're learning for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter because I don't care if you're standing 5 hours. You took the time to do it.
Yes.
I don't care if they're complaining
There's
about it.
value in that.
There's value. Yeah. And then you're going home with a sore back, knees hurt, feet sore, all of that.
And
stand on that rate you're charging.
Not only that, there are some locticians out there now. My salon, yes, I offer some small things like snacks and coffee and tea and things like that, but there are some salons that go way overboard and they offer you all these amenities, and you come in and you partake in all of that.
Yeah.
And then you don't even tip when you leave. I mean, and then you barely want to pay them what they ask you. And it's just like, so where is how can I feel like I'm worthy to you if you are showing me that I'm not?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Disregarding all of that.
and then some places you guys go and you sit in somebody's room, and not to bash anybody who does hair in their home, because I did it before, but you go to someone's home or you're in some room that is completely cluttered and nasty, and there's people running in and out, and there's all kinds of things
Children.
going on, and you pay them all this money and tip them on top of that. And so you found value in that, and that's fine if you find value in that. But wherever you find value, put your money there, because it's worth it. Because just like you find value in us, we're going to go to bat for you. When you can't come in or you can't pay, we're going to look like, what, this person has been coming to me for several years and they never had an issue before. I'm going to go ahead and do this for them. Or I'm not going to charge them this extra amount because of XYZ. We do look at all of that, right? I mean, we take that into consideration. So we're just letting you know that the pricing encompasses a lot.
It does.
It's not just the
does.
price that we sat down and said, you know what, I want to charge $19.95 for that. We don't do that. It really it encompasses a lot of different things into that pricing.
Yeah. I will say this, and then I've said it all, but she brought up something that is really valuable, the at-home locticians, and you said you've done it before.
I've done hair, not as a loctician, but
right,
hair.
but hair at home, just doing a service at home.
Yes.
I will say there are some very, very good locticians at home that just don't want to put the money into a salon suite. Just make sure when you do go to that loctician that that's an actual room that's selected just for that job. You know what I'm saying? And that way you feel comfortable.
Right.
They
Right.
make it feel really comfortable for you, and they're still professional in what they're doing. But if you're going to sit in someone's garage just to be cheap, don't do that.
Right.
Don't do that, because you may not get the service that you want. They're just wanting your money. They may not be as experienced just because, you know what I'm saying, they're charging you this amount. Or, oh, you can come out to my house. And me personally, I don't really want anyone to know where I live. So that's why I'm in the salon suite. But yeah, there's a lot of nuances even for them too. They have still electric bills they have to pay or things they have to, put money into. So
All we're saying is that find the value. What you value, you're paid for. So if you're comfortable going to someone's home and they're offering a nice service for you and the amount of money that you pay them for that service, if you find the value in that, then go for that. And if they're doing your hair right, they show up, they're professional, everything is right, go for that. We want you to just find the value in what you do. So we all three of us are master locticians. We've all put in the work. We're all trying to continue to grow our mastery. We developed the podcast so that we can convey all this information to you real talk.
Yeah.
So we want you to know that, do we all talk? Yes, we talk. Yes, we talk about pricing. We talk about hair. We talk about maintenance. We talk about anything related to hair. We talk about all of those things because we want to make sure that, first of all, that we're kind of on the same page, even though we have three separate businesses.
Yeah,
We still want to make sure that we're all along the same lines. We're on the same page. And I may know something that these two ladies
Correct.
don't know.
And
And they
educate
know
each
something
other.
that I
Yeah.
don't know.
Mhm.
So we're
Educate each
always continually talking to each other about those things.
even though our experiences are similar, they're different too. Because everybody, that's a good thing to keep in mind. Everybody's journey is different. We are all walking around with locks, but our journeys are different.
Yes.
Correct.
So, just understand that. You're not going to have the same journey as anyone else. So just, keep that in mind too. Keep that in mind. But appreciate what you're paying for. I would definitely leave you with understand why you're being priced what you're being priced. Because that loctician is really taking the time to give you her best foot forward. She wants you to look good for sure. So appreciate that. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, ladies. That concludes our episode on service pricing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hey, make sure you follow us on Instagram at LockJourney_conversations to stay updated on class dates, install openings, and new episodes.
Our quarterly class is a 2-day hands-on training that we schedule throughout the year, and it's perfect for anybody wanting to grow their skills and get real practice on technique.
Don't forget about our group installs. This is where you can get up to 3 people on your head. We install your hair within 4 hours or less. It's fast, it's organized, and it's a great option if you want a quicker experience without sacrificing quality. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.